Hello boys and girls, Sant here again. This is The Raven. I meant to this video about a week ago. It's a game that's free with games on gold right now on Xbox Live. Well, I say right now, until the end of the day, to be honest. This isn't much use, this video, but an idea I've had was to start covering the games they give away free on games with gold. If it's one I've already got, I'll show you something a little later in the game. If it's not, we'll do it as a sort of mellow game and unplayed and just like jump right in and see what happens. I know nothing about this game. Apparently it's in 3 chapters, as you can see there. Only the first chapter's free with games with gold, but it's about $9.99 normally. They tend to do a full price game and a Xbox Live Arcade game, I guess, wouldn't it? I don't know if this could be counted as an Xbox Live Arcade game. It might be. Right, let's wait for it to load. I've set a time for 30 minutes. We'll play 30 minutes. When the 30 minutes is up, we'll stop and I'll decide whether or not this is worth your time. And obviously, by the time this video goes up, you've probably got a few hours to download it for free. If not, maybe you buy it. Who knows? Throw some money the developers' way. I don't know what this is, really, at all. It looks like some sort of adventure game. It's got very dramatic at the start. Look at that. There's all sorts of dark stuff going on. Probably company logos. Yep, company logos. That's the most important thing for your start of your game. Make sure we know what people gave money to make this, and probably not so much the actual individuals involved. Don't even know the names of the developers, do we? Who's the lead designer on the game? Who directed this? Can you tell me? Whose voice was the one that guided this?
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold?
Harold! Oh no.
Harold?
His boyfriend's dead. I'm just interpreting that, he seems very concerned.
Harold? You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
His eyes are very glowy. Someone in the dark.
Shh! Calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What
Why would a copper grab him
And
like
where's
that?
Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's there.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh! Turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
Do you understand? You
He's
and
the
me,
guy
mate,
stealing
we'll be heroes. All right, now we just have to.
It's gone.
Halt!
I hope I'm not playing with it.
Stop! You're under arrest!
Ooh. Everyone's dead. Oh well. This is very adventurous, isn't it? Ooh. And suddenly we're on some sort of mountain range. Fair enough. Hey, there you go. We've got the names of the people who made the game. That's nice. It's a very compressed video there. I suppose that's fitting to download though, whereas. Take your time. Yep, keep going. The lights just flickering on the rocks over there. Either someone's taken a photograph or there was a lighting error on the rendering. More likely the latter. 30 frames per second for sure. Probably not even that. A lot of scene setting going on here. Not a Star Trek motion picture levels of scene setting with the fly around the Enterprise, but you know, it's doing its thing. Oh, it's the Orient Express. Wasn't that nice? There was an episode of Doctor Who recently set on the futuristic Orient Express. Guess we were meant to be somewhere around Germany. And the scene just ends. Fair enough.
Hands up!
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
He's not playing, he's got a gun. Good job the kid's not black, he would have been shot by now.
You're funny. But you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Oh, you...
Why do you need the gun?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
It's not a working
Dead
pistol,
birds
kid, it's not
don't
going to help
need
you.
gun.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
What a dick.
I know who the Raven was. Although, I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels.
Who is he? Burglary, do I want to know who the kid is? Fine.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller,
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I live in England now. She's taking care of some rich old lady.
Definitely
We're
from
on our way to
Dillsburg.
Venice at the moment. We're taking a cruise on a big ship.
Impressive. You've already seen half the world.
Hmm.
I've spent my entire life in Switzerland.
Must be really boring.
How do you spend your entire life in Switzerland if you're
You
currently
do
on the
know
Orient
these
Express?
days
This goes
there
through a lot
are
more places than
thieves
just Switzerland.
far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur.
The animation's kind of odd in this, it's slightly far too fast.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
This wing game framing is quite nice. I would like to help.
But monsieur, surely I can be of assistance somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control.
Am I playing as this
If
Hercule
you'll
Poirot
excuse me,
type, or am I
I'll get
playing
the
as,
first
like,
freight car
friggin'
and the
Stephen
back
Colbert here?
for the rest of the trip.
Nope, he's
I'm
gone.
not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Does that guy in the background have a ponytail?
I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks
He is
to
Poirot.
that,
Why
I
Hercule
watched
Poirot?
the
Is this a
people on the
Poirot
platform
story?
in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist.
that would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable.
Zellner.
Constable.
No, it's
Zell.
not Poirot.
If
Oh,
you're
well.
such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
I have no idea. I don't have Zellner's, deductive abilities. He's searching for someone.
I think you're looking for someone.
This cold read, this guy.
You're just guessing. If I were looking for someone, I wouldn't spend the trip cooped up in a freight car, now would I?
Well, that would seem to indicate that you're guarding something.
And what might it be?
Whatever is inside the
I
suit.
really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Is that kid just monging out in the background
Because
there?
you are very
Look at him.
important. They wouldn't
Oh,
have
so I'm missing
assigned
the important
case to
story
you
stuff, but
if
that
you were
kid
just
is
a trifle.
It's fucking off his
Let's
tits.
assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
What?
You don't want to arouse attention.
Évident, but why not?
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination. I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't?
Pardonnez-moi.
Pardonnez-moi.
I can help, and I will help. You're in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zelna. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know?
Oh. Oh, his head just flickered. Oh, Jesus Christ, kid.
Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa! It was him?
Mm-hmm. Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Matt.
I call you irritating
as if
little
I were a
freak
little
kid. Get the hell out of my face. Thank you.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
Who are you talking to now? Do you want to learn about the controls? Yeah, tell me. Examine the sandwich paper. To examine an item, move the stick next. No, it's already there. Examine the sandwich
I
paper.
thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement. Thankfully, I bought a sandwich with me anyway.
If you select the sandwich paper again, you'll see that the symbol display has changed, and the text at the bottom of the screen says take the sandwich paper. Yeah, okay. Oh, is this going to make us put it in the bin? This is the Half-Life 2 tutorial, isn't it? Very good. Now press Y. This opens the inventory, which you can use to see the items Constable Zelna is carrying. Paper napkin, sandwich paper. They're pretty much the same thing. Use the left stick to select the sandwich paper and press A so it's displayed in the top left corner screen. You can now use the sandwich paper with other items. Select the apple core at the table and press A. He's going to unfold it, put the apple core in, fold it back up. Could have done that in the first place. Open the inventory again, select the sandwich paper and press B to examine it.
I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich paper. That way I can carry it without making a mess of my trouser pocket.
Well done.
Still, I
You
prefer
thought of
not to
everything.
have to carry them all day.
Of course, you can use the items inside your inventory with each other. Select the paper napkin and A, and select the sandwich paper. Okay.
The napkin came with the croissant I bought at the train station. A guilty pleasure. I don't need that either.
We're going to get to see a gripping animation of you wrapping them both up together. Oh, this is getting exciting. Let's get rid of it. Dump the litter from your inventory in the ashtray on Zelna's table.
Every table has its own waste basket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat. Every table
Oh, that's
has
actually
its
open the
own waste
inventory.
basket.
Right, cool.
Practical. No need to ever leave your seat.
Into the ashtray. Why would you be entering... Why would you put it in the
Every
ashtray?
table has its own waste basket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat.
That's what I'm doing. Litter. That's not a waste basket, that's an ashtray. That wasn't too hard, was it? And now you know everything.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, like I said, alright on the screen, which was my reaction. Okay, we're 15 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. It just learned how to fold up some paper and put it in that tray. Oh well, scene's been set. Loading from a hard drive, so it should be nice and fast. Right, and we're in the same room. Observe the violinist. I don't want to. I'm gonna examine the book. Oh my god. Okay, walk back. Walk here. Examine the book.
The Vicarage in the Mirror. A detective novel by my favorite author, Lady Clarissa Westmacott. For years now, I've been trying to convince my theatre group to stage one of her plays.
Dear. Let's look out the window. See what gripping information he has to give us here.
We Swiss are crazy about trains. We don't just have a lot of railroads. We have the most beautiful ones in the world.
Yeah, those iron girders and wood are hot. Oh, can we open it? We can open it.
Would you be so kind as to close them? I don't want to sit in the dark. Oh, pardon me.
You can't. Right, let's go talk to this twat.
The
Observe.
violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape in the world. But one can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he.
He's saying this out loud directly in front of him. Got the shakes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
I'm sure your recital will be a great success.
What does that got to do with
But
unusual?
tell me,
There you go.
did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Anything unusual?
Some weird guy keeps talking
Persons
aloud about
acting
everything he sees.
suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake.
Little kid was monging out over in the corner and he can move very fast.
Everything is in order, sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Okay. No one talks to the violinist. Gonna go there. Stop looking at him.
Very kind of you. Thanks.
What?
Oh,
You just stepped out in front of
pardon
him.
me.
Jesus.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof. Mr.
Lucian. Professor Edgar Lucian.
Oh, a professor.
Great camera angle you've chosen here.
Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say. So, you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, he wasn't.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Happened at night.
Oh, no?
Well, there was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
It was night time. There was no one there above than
in
the
your
security guards.
museum, and it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
Huh?
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
No, should I?
You don't know him? And you also don't know what he's doing here?
Well,
No.
Legrand's the Raven.
Well, why should I?
Just a thought. You're a representative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're trying to imply. And now, please excuse me.
May I ask
No.
where you're going?
Of course. To Venice. I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Liar.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
I can't walk out your way, dude. I've got to ask you all these questions. I'm sorry.
Just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual?
Yeah, some twat keeps standing in the way of me.
On the train? No. I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
There you go, now I
don't
can
want
get out of
to
the way.
take up any more of your valuable time. But you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present. And especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just... I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice
I would have got out of your way
anything
sooner, mate.
unusual. won't
Just
you, Professor?
wouldn't let me.
Of course, Constable.
Had to ask you all the questions.
What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
Ah, we'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it.
Oh,
I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
before that tea
Calm
gets
down,
cold.
Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait here.
Right, let's go find a steward. What's he got in there that he's so desperate to get back to? Probably needs to feed his Tamagotchi or something. They were around in this time, weren't they?
I don't believe it.
Oh, there's some hot lady
I never
action.
thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable.
Zellner. Anton
She's the person who wrote that book that I was looking at
This
earlier.
is my companion, Miss Miller.
How convenient.
A pleasure. May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
No, you have to carry on
quit
writing.
Writing?
You must.
Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Part 2 is my favorite character.
Then
You're
I
like
have
Detective
bad
Part
news for
3.
you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Oh, well, fine. As a writer, you must be very observant, am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I
Course,
saw
just
the
makes them up.
history of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Such as the guy talking to you right now.
I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
She did.
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
Not his type.
I know
Not
him
her
by
type,
name.
rather.
David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Oh, so he's homeless then.
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting.
Probably because he was trying to hold a cup of tea straight whilst
and
walking
since
through a
the
train.
steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course. Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No, we are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo.
Everyone's going to
As
Cairo.
you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
So you had a
I see.
previous holiday, you liar.
Coming back to the other passengers again, did you notice anyone else?
Twat
What
standing in
about the
front of you.
doctor?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Oh, you smooth mover.
That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
As much as I'd like to keep talking, duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall
McDonald.
do my best.
Probably. Regan. Right, I'm done observing. Examine the glass of tooth. Oh, this is
The
excitement.
steward must have forgotten the toothpicks. Normally he would offer them discreetly after dinner.
I'll take a toothpick. Yeah, sure. Why not? That might come in handy. What we got here? Wallet, toothpick, pills.
An extraordinary woman.
No, I can't give her the pills.
Talented, intellectual,
Okay.
extremely rich, and the most successful writer.
Yeah.
There
No.
are buts.
Right this way. Let's go find a steward. There's a guy at the back. Go outside. Who's this? Just invade his personal space there. Okay, so I'm going outside then. I wanted to talk to that guy, but whatever. There's a symbol on him. Thought that meant I could talk to him. No, I'm outside. Go into the saloon car. What excitement this game is. No, I'm back here. Okay. Did you travel? Right, let me talk to this guy. There you go, right stick. Dr. Gebhardt.
Ah, Mr.
Zellner.
Move the camera in.
right. How can I help you?
There you go.
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform?
Oh, burn.
No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
Legrand.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in
What year is
safe
this
deposit
set?
boxes?
Precisely.
There's like a modern coffee
And
machine
I
over
believe
there.
we both have a good idea just what's inside.
Well, I guess we have to ask him
I do
everything.
indeed have a theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen.
Oh, I thought he was going to just sort of pretend he's reading still.
Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly.
Probably safe in the
Both
car.
jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Well, if they're in the same place at the same time, who knows what evil will happen.
Indeed. Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
Well, one cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems
Totally
like
possible. We only have to take the gem and get out of there without blowing something up.
The successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular coups.
Oh, so the
I'm
guy
afraid
robbing. Okay,
I
so there's a
won't
second
enjoy his
Raven. Got you.
exploits this time
Raven's
around
there.
If the new
Right.
Raven is so reckless.
That wasn't explained.
That's your
It
prerogative.
probably was.
May I borrow your newspaper?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit.
No, he's after the
Aren't you?
coins.
You got me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. there's something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself.
Oh.
I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back.
Probably still in Zurich looking for your suitcase.
In cahoots with the thieves, and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He is not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Didn't seem like it. He seemed kind of pissed off. Well, that's been 30 minutes, and I'm none the wiser to what's going on. This is very slow-moving and quaint. This control is really weird. It's really like, oh, it's tank controls. It's sluggish as hell. But yeah, that's episode 1 of The Raven. Part of chapter 1 of The Raven. Currently free on Xbox Live for the next day. Something else is free tomorrow and I can't remember what it was. What was it? No idea. I'll play it if it's something that I haven't played before. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to carry on playing this. I like adventure games and stuff, but this is slow. This is slow moving. And it's weird. That kid monging out on the chair. That was strange. You know, maybe I'll give it a second chance, but I'm not too keen on fake Poirot here. He seems a bit irritating and odd. Oh well. That's The Raven. Nevermore. Catch you next time.